It was 3:17 a.m. when I realized the apartment was breathing. Not figuratively, not metaphorically. I mean, the walls were expanding and contracting, like lungs. I told myself it was stress, lack of sleep, the kind of hallucinations you get when nights stretch too long and days blur together. But then, the breathing synced with mine. I moved in after taking a night monitoring job for a private security firm. The work was simple. Watch live camera feeds from empty buildings, log movement, report anomalies. No interaction, no confrontation, just observe. The building I was assigned to had been empty for years, condemned after a fire that officially killed no one. Unofficially, records were missing. The first few nights were nothing. Dust drifting through hallways, flickering lights, shadows that behaved like shadows should, until the cameras started watching me back. At exactly 3:17 a.m., every screen would pause for half a second. Not freeze, pause, then resume, but slightly misaligned, like the building had shifted when I wasn't looking. I reported it. They told me latency happens, so I stopped reporting it. That's when the breathing started in my apartment. Soft at first, almost comforting, like someone sleeping peacefully in the next room. I don't live with anyone. By the fourth night, the sound followed me. Bathroom, kitchen, bedroom, always behind me, never close enough to touch. On the fifth night, one of the cameras showed something new. A hallway I'd memorized was wrong. Same doors, same lights, but longer. It stretched farther than it should have, like perspective had been pulled thin. At the far end stood a shape. Tall, still, not dark, empty, as if something had been erased from the image. I zoomed in. The shape didn't get clearer. It got closer. The feed cut. All screens went black except one. My own apartment hallway. The camera angle was impossible. Too high. Too centered. I don't own cameras. The figure stood behind me in the feed. I didn't turn around. I don't know why. Instinct, maybe. The breathing behind me stopped, and for the first time, I heard something else. Whispering. Not words. Timing. The pauses between my thoughts were being counted. I shut down the system and left the office early. At home, the air felt heavier, like the room was waiting. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring forward. That's when the lights dimmed. Not out, dimmed. My shadow stretched across the wall. And then, it lifted its head. I didn't move. I couldn't. The shadow's mouth opened wider than mine ever could, and something stepped into it. The breathing returned, but it wasn't behind me anymore. It was inside my chest. Suddenly, I understood. The building wasn't empty. It was unfinished. Whatever had been left there had learned how to watch, then follow. Not bodies,
patterns, sleep schedules, fear responses, awareness. It didn't need to chase me. I had already brought it home. The final camera alert came through on my phone. One last notification. Occupancy detected. Location: my apartment. Camera ID unknown. I never opened the feed. I don't need to. Because every night at 3:17 a.m., my breathing stops and something else takes over. If you're hearing this story late at night and your room suddenly feels quieter than it should be, don't turn around. And don't check the time, because if it's 3:17 a.m., it already knows you.